أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين محمد بن عبد الله وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تبعه بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. My dear respected brothers and sisters in the deen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. First of all, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most gracious and most merciful. As Muslims, we are worthy of worship and praise except Allah, and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the final and seal of all prophets and messengers Allah sends to guide mankind from the darkness of disobedience towards the nur of Iman. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us be amongst the guided ones, Ya Kareem. My dear respectable brothers and sisters in the deen, welcome to the North Brixton Islamic Cultural Center today for the first episode of our weekly sessions before Hajj. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easier for all of us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our Hajj, and may He, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, make all of us, including yourself, return just like the day our mother gave birth to us, Ya Kareem. My dear brothers and sisters in the deen, today, of course, I have with me our the head of the Bab Salam mission, Brother Zakaria, by my right hand side, and I have, of course, my Sheikh Dr. FAISAL BOADI. And we'll be having sheikhs joining us, and some of the Hujjaj are running late, they called, and some three cannot make it because one lost her mother-in-law and the other one did not get the news, and then the other brother, where he lives, the weather is not good. However, my dear brothers and sisters, we are going to recite few ayats from the Qur'an, and thereafter, inshallah, I will give you the nutshell meaning of these ayats. But before that, before I start, our topic today would be journey of Hajj. Journey of Hajj. Yeah, in the Qur'an. Journey of Hajj in the Qur'an. And if you have this Qur'an with you, we have them at the back, many, and for the brothers you can take there. You can open Surah Baqarah chapter 2. You can open Surah Baqarah chapter 2 verse 196. Surah Baqarah chapter 2 verse 196. If you have this translated Qur'an, is page 82. Page 82. 82. Page 82. Page 82, look at it. Alright, you must have found it, alright, all of you, right? Now, before I start with this, we always, and every week, we're going to have updates. When your passports enter into the embassy, when it comes out, everything about your journey, we update you every week. Until the 12th, the 4th session, when you receive your passports, a week or more before you travel. So we'll update you as well, inshallah. But before that, I have the head of the mission, so to give you some updates and what's going on. Faddal ya Sheikh.
Assalamu alaikum. At the moment, all we needed now is to have everybody's passport. And we've received some passport, but there are no photographs of some of them. Please, if you can have them, because we intend to submit the passports. They called me on Friday. They said they've got the visa. So inshallah, if I collect all the passport with me by this weekend, then I will submit the passport by Wednesday. So we are looking forward that by 12th of August, inshallah, we will bring everything to SHEIK to be distributed to all the Hujjaj. So that is the latest at the moment.
As you know, your visas are there already. It's not something like you're going to apply as if you're coming from Africa to England. You know, you don't know whether you have visa or not. But it's been allocated, the visas for their mission. So all they need is the passport. Put it there and bring it back out. Khalas. So inshallah, don't keep sleeping there like my mom will be dreaming when is my passport going to come out. She wants to know if she'll get visa or not. Don't worry, you already got visa, inshallah. Yeah? That's what we want to assure you, inshallah, that your visa is guaranteed. And please, if you have not given your passport yet, please do so as soon as possible. Please, your passports, your photographs, and try to give them to us. And don't forget with what? That's the language I speak. Yeah, this is the language I speak. Now, yeah, and I want to inform you as well. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Our brother, one of the organizers, Alaji Garba, lost his mom. Yeah, his mom passed away 4 days ago.
He has traveled to Ghana.
And he has traveled to Ghana.
Prayer for the 8 days Sunday.
Yeah, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive her and grant her al-Jannah bighayri hisab. Okay, now we're about to start the Qur'an. Verse 196. If you have the translated Qur'an, it's page 82. Got it? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وأتموا الحج والعمرة لله فإن أحسرتم فما استيسر من الهدي ولا تحلقوا رؤوسكم حتى يبلغ الهدي محله فمن كان منكم مريض أو به أذى من رأسه ففدية من صيام أو صدقة أو نسك فإذا أمنتم فمن تمتع بالعمرة إلى الحج فما استيسر من الهدي فمن لم يجد فصيام 3 أيام في الحج و7 إذا رجعتم تلك 10 كاملة ذلك لمن لم يكن أهله حاضر المسجد الحرام واتقوا الله واعلموا أن الله شديد العقاب الحج أشهر معلومات فمن فرض فيهن الحج فلا رفث ولا فسوق ولا جدال في الحج وما تفعلوا من خير يعلمه الله وتزودوا فإن خير الزاد التقوى واتقون يا أولي الألباب ليس عليكم جناح أن تبتغوا فضلا من ربكم فإذا أفدتم من عرفات فاذكروا الله عند المشعر الحرام واذكروه كما هداكم وإن كنتم من قبله لمن الضالين ثم أفيدوا من حيث أفاض الناس واستغفروا الله إن الله غفور رحيم فإذا قضيتم مناسككم فاذكروا الله كذكركم آباءكم أو أشد ذكرا فمن الناس من يقول ربنا آتنا في الدنيا وما له في الآخرة من خلاق ومنهم من يقول ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار أولئك لهم نصيب مما كسبوا والله سريع الحساب واذكروا الله في أيام معدودات فمن تعجل في يومين فلا إثم عليه ومن تأخر فلا إثم عليه لمن اتقى واتقوا الله واعلموا أنكم إليه تحشرون. Allah says, وَأَتِمُّ الْحَجِّ وَالْعُمْرَةَ لِلَّهِ. Perform your Hajj. Complete your Hajj and Umrah to serve Allah. In other words, your Hajj and Umrah that you are going to perform is for Allah, not for you to be called Hajj Hajji. فَإِنْ أُحْسِرْتُمْ فَمَا اسْتَيْسَرَ مِنَ الْهَدِيِ. But if you are prevented from completing it, then you have to send an offer for sacrifice. The Sheikh will explain to you. And the dua you should say in case that happen. Like you are performing your Hajj and then something, sickness, illness or whatever, prevents you not to complete. And may Allah save all of us and all of you and everyone who goes to Hajj in the future from this year Kareem. Allah said, وَلَا تَحْلِقُوا رُؤُوسَكُمْ حَتَّى يَبْلُغَ الْحَدْيُ مَحِلَّهُ. Do not cut or shave your heads until the offer that you're going to offer, the offering that you're going to give, reach the place of sacrifice. فَمَنْ كَانَ مِنْكُمْ مَرِيضًا أَوْ بِهِ أَذًى مِنْ رَأْسِهِ فَفِدْيَةٌ مِنْ صِيَامٍ أَوْ صَدَقَةٍ أَوْ نُسُكٍ. But if any of you is suffering from illness, is ill, I remember last year Sheikh BOADI was saying those head lies, back home you call them loss, right? Good. They finish the head. So if you have any head disease, and the person is ill, they cannot, for example, something with their head to shave, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَفِيدِيَةٌ مِّن صِيَامٍ. You have to give siyam, fasting, fast, or sadaqah, or charity, or nusuk. You give sadaqah, charity, or you should compensate for the poor as well. فَفِدِيَةٌ مِّن صِيَامٍ. The first one is fasting, right? The first thing is fasting. Or sadaqah, or you feed the poor. Or nusuk. Nusuk means to offer sacrifice. Don't worry, all this will be explained to you in detail, inshallah. فَإِذَا أَمِنْتُمْ فَمَنْ تَمَتَّعَ بِالْعُمْرَةِ إِلَى الْحَجِّ فَمَا اسْتَيْسَرَ مِنَ الْهَدِيِ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, and if you are in peaceful condition again, if anyone wishes to continue the Umrah onto the Hajj, then no problem, he must make an offering such as they can afford. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said here, فَمَنْ لَمْ يَجِدْ فَصِيَامُ ثَلَاثَةِ أَيَّامٍ فِي الْحَجِّ وَسَبْعَةٍ إِذَا رَجَعْتُمْ. And for the one who cannot sacrifice, give fidya there, you fast 3 days, and then when you come here, you complete 7 days. So 3 plus 7 equals to, mashallah, good. Now Allah said, تِلْكَ عَشَرَةٌ كَامِلَةٌ. That one become 10. ذَلِكَ لِمَنْ لَمْ يَكُنْ أَهْلُهُ حَادِرِ الْمَسْجِدِ الْحَرَامِ. This is for the one who did not settle in Mecca by the house. وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهِ. Fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَاعْلَمُوا أَنَّ اللَّهَ شَدِيدُ الْعِقَابِ. And know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is strict or severe in punishments. Al-Hajj أشهر معلومات. The Hajj is for prescribed month, the well-known month. Hajj are the well-known month. فَمَنْ فَرَضَ فِيهِنَّ الْحَجِّ. Anyone who undertakes the duty of Hajj, فَلَا رَفَثْ. They should not use obscene language. Rafath means they should not have any intercourse. If they go husband and wife, alhamdulillah, that's why we're not going to put them in the same room anyway. فَلَا رَفَثْ. There is no proposal there, there is no intercourse, nothing. وَلَا فُسُوقٍ. And you must not use any obscene language, swearing, yeah, cursing this one, وَإِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ. And Allah said, وَلَا جِدَالٍ. You should not argue, because arguments lead to what? Did you hear that? The three is what? فَلَا رَفَثْ. No intercourse or relationship there. Yeah. وَلَا فُسُوقٍ. And there is no wrongling. In other words, saying obscene languages. وَلَا جِدَالٍ. No arguments. When they say to you, سَمِعْنَا وَأَطَعْنَا. I heard and we're going to listen. Obey. Finish. No arguments, Allah said. Because if you do any of these three, it will nullify your Hajj. Yeah? It will nullify your Hajj. Okay? Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَمَا تَفْعَلُوا مِنْ خَيْرٍ يَعْلَمُهُ اللَّهُ. Whatever you do out of righteous deeds, Allah knows best. You're not doing it to please anyone, but you're doing it to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah said, وَتَزَوَّدُوا. He said, take your luggage. Subhanallah. He said, take your luggage right now. You're already prepared to go to Hajj, then take your luggage. And what's that luggage? Allah said, فَإِنَّ خَيْرَ الزَّادِ. The best luggage you can take with you here to Hajj, taqwa, the fear of Allah. That's the luggage. You want a luggage? This is the luggage you must take with you. Whether you're going to Hajj or wherever you are going, you as a Muslim, you must have a luggage. And that luggage for you to go to work, for you to go to wherever you are going, holidays, taqwa, the fear of Allah is your luggage. Subhanallah. Allah said, وَاتَّقُونِ. Fear me, Allah. Ya ulil albab. O you the people of understanding. لَيْسَ عَلَيْكُمْ جُنَاحٌ أَن تَبْتَغُوا فَضْلًا مِنْ رَبِّكُمْ. It is not a problem, yeah, a sin for you to, mashallah, search or seek the bounties of your Lord. When you go to Hajj, no problem for you to buy business and this. But the question is, did you go there first to buy? Or you go first to perform Hajj? And I tell you the truth, by the time people go to Medina, the luggage is full. They don't even started Hajj yet. No problem. Buy as long as you ship for yourself. Yeah? And they concentrate on business instead of ibadah. Allah said, فَإِذَا أَفَدْتُمْ مِنْ عَرَفَاتٍ. When you gather the day of Arafah, at that mountain of Arafah, فَذُكُرُوا اللَّهِ. Remember Allah a lot. Glorify Him a lot in the Mash'ar al-Haram, at the sacred place. Yeah? وَذْكُرُوهُ كَمَا هَدَاكُمْ. Remember Allah as He has guided you. إِن كُنْتُم وَإِن كُنْتُم مِّن قَبْلِهِ لَمِنَ الضَّالِينَ. Because before this you were misguided, and then Allah guided you. And Allah said, ثُمَّ أَفِيدُ مِنْ حَيْثُ أَفَاضَ النَّاسِ. And you must gather as well wherever people gather. Yeah, the Sheikh will tell you the Mash'ar. You're going to do to Muzdalifah, and then you go down to Mina later on, etc. The Sheikh will tell you. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَاسْتَغْفِرُ. Seek forgiveness a lot, all times. Don't look at that sister, you are there, or that brother, you left England, and you keep talking about someone in England. Hey, Konkosa, stop here. It doesn't go there. I'm telling you, because you cannot afford one word to destroy your Hajj, right? Sheikh Badi is coming there. He knows how to call the word Konkosa. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Inna Allah ghafur rahim. Seek forgiveness because Allah is oft forgiven and the most merciful. فَإِذَا قَضَيْتُم مَنَاسِكَكُمْ. After you accomplish your rites, yeah, your Hajj, فَاذْكُرُوا اللَّهِ. Remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala again and again. كَذِكْرِكُمْ آبَاءَكُمْ أَوْ أَشَدَّ ذِكْرًا. Just like the day, the way you celebrate, you remember your fathers, your parents, more than that. And Allah said, فَمِنَ النَّاسِ. Amongst mankind. Everyone is going there with different missions. Some they go for this. Listen what Allah said. He said, فَمِنَ النَّاسِ. Amongst mankind. مَنْ يَقُولُ. They say, Rabbana, O Allah. When they go there, they said, Rabbana, O Allah. آتنا في الدنيا. Reward us, give us this world. You know how they do it? When they go there, Allah, please, I want council house. Allah, I want job. Allah, I want it. Just the dunya, they forget about the hereafter. Allah said, they say, give us the bounties of this world. They forget about the hereafter. They don't want it. وَمَا لَهُ فِي الْآخِرَةِ مِنْ خَلَاقٍ. Allah said, such people, they don't have any reward يوم القيامة. وَمِنْهُمْ, but amongst them, مَنْ يَقُولُ, he who says, رَبَّنَا, O Allah, آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنًا, give us the bounties of this world. وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنًا, and the bounties of the hereafter. وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ, and protect us from the torment of Jahannam. May Allah protect all of us from the torment of Jahannam. Allah said, أُولَٰئِكَ, such people, لَهُمْ نَصِيبٌ مِمَّا كَسَبُوا, they will earn the benefits of their good work. وَاللَّهُ سَرِيعُ الْحِسَابِ, Allah is very swift in judgment. وَاذْكُرُوا اللَّهِ, remember Allah again and again when you are there. This is all you need to do. في أيام معدودات, at these appointed days. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَمَنْ تَعَجَّلَ فِي يَوْمَيْنِ فَلَا إِثْمَ عَلَيْهِ, anyone who hasten, like you spend 2 days in Arafah, Mina, and then the third day you leave, you don't sleep, which I think our group will be doing, and then Allah said, فَلَا إِثْمَ عَلَيْهِ, there is no problem. وَمَنْ تَأَخَّرَ, who's delay and stay there, sleep there for the third day, فَلَا إِثْمَ عَلَيْهِ, there is no problem as well. لِمَنِ اتَّقَى, for anyone who fear. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهِ, fear Allah, وَاعْلَمُوا أَنَّكُمْ إِلَيْهِ تُحْشَرُونَ. But always have in mind, when you go to Hajj, that you shall return to Allah one day, sooner or later. That's the most important thing. Brothers and sisters in the deen, without much ado, I'll pass the mic now to my humble father, Sheikh Dr. FAISAL BOADI, to tell us very important lessons learned from this ayat. فليتفضل الشيخ مشكورا.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وبعد. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Alhamdulillah, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala first of all to be among the living ones after this time. As you have heard, some of our brothers and sisters, they have passed away, and we do not know when ours will come. But once you are still alive, it means you are the luckiest ones, because at least you can say astaghfirullah and it will be accepted for you and me. But when you go to the grave, no matter how many times, billion times you say astaghfirullah, none of them will be accepted for us. So may Allah forgive us all. Well, you are going to have a very important journey through the Holy Qur'an, and it's one of the most important things. It is not me or anyone who had made it, but it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who had made this important journey. Therefore, we must know about Hajj. What is Hajj? Hajj means to make intention to go to the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it is a pilgrimage to the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to visit there and to obey the instructions. So now somebody will say that, why is that you have to perform Hajj? Allah had made it clear to us in the Holy Qur'an. When you read Qur'an chapter 3, verse 96 to 97. Let's hear what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had said. In Qur'an chapter 3, verse 96 to 97.
You've seen it? It's page 169. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إن أول بيت وضع للناس للذي ببكة مباركا وهدى للعالمين فيه آيات بينات مقام إبراهيم ومن دخله كان آمنا ولله على الناس حج البيت من استطاع إليه سبيلا ومن كفر فإن الله غني عن العالمين. Allah says, إن أول بيت وضع للناس للذي ببكة مباركا. It said the first house of worship appointed for mankind was that of Mecca, the holy house. Wahuda, Mubarakan, the blessed one, the one that is full of blessing. Wahuda, and of guidance. Lil alamin, to all mankind in the entire world. Fihi ayatun bayyinat. In that, there are manifest signs. Maqamu Ibrahim, the station of Ibrahim alayhi salam. Walillahi ala nas hijjul bayt man istata'a ilayhi sabila. And people, of course, pilgrimage thereto is a duty to man that they owe to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In other words, man should perform Hajj to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for whosoever Allah makes it easier for. وَمَنْ كَفَرْ, but anyone who intentionally declined that path and disobey Allah, denying the faith, فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ غَنِيٌّ عَنِ الْعَالَمِينَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not in need of any of his creatures or their worship either.
Barakallahu fiqh. So now you have known what is the injunction, what is the ruling concerning Hajj. Ruling concerning Hajj is fard, is compulsory, is an individual responsibility that you have to perform Hajj. But alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is most merciful. He have given us the conditions. So let's see the conditions of Hajj. Can you please write them on the board for us? The conditions of Hajj, which we call it Shurutul Hajj, are as follows. The first is Al-Islam. The first one is Al-Islam. That is, it's compulsion upon someone who is a Muslim. It means a non-Muslim, Hajj is not compulsory upon him or her. Is that clear? Good. And the second one is Al-Bulugh. Al-Bulugh, attaining the age of puberty. Attaining the age of puberty. The person must attain the age of puberty. It means someone who is sabi, a baby or a child, Hajj is not compulsory upon that particular child. The person must be sane, meaning you must have his mind out and so forth. And therefore, Al-Majnun, the one who is insane, like mad person and so forth, that person, Hajj is not compulsory upon that particular individual. And the next one is Al-Istita'a, that is ability to undertake the journey. Ability to undertake the journey. So the ability here, we have them one, in terms of al-badan, the body, that means physically. The person must physically fit, will be able to undertake the journey. It means the person is not a disabled person who cannot move. For example, someone who is lying down and cannot move at all, for example, that person, Hajj is not compulsory upon that particular individual, himself or herself, to go, but he can make somebody to do it on his or her behalf. And then you have ista'at binisbat as-sihha, health-wise. Health-wise also is very important. And the third one is an-nafaqa, meaning financial. The person must financially be able to finance the package, and if he or she has some people who are dependent upon him or her to feed and so forth, he must have enough amount of money to leave it for them while he or she is away, so that they can take care of themselves with it. Can take care of themselves with that. And the fourth one is Adam Dain. The person should not be indebted. In other words, you should not have debt that you have to pay and the person is demanding it. You have some that the person is not demanding it. You can say, oh, all right, you can go, inshallah, or okay, I will give you an installment to pay it. That means I'm not in need of the money straight away, all of them. But maybe every month, pay £5 or £10. And you are fulfilling that kind of a condition, then you can go to Hajj with it, because here the person is not demanding his or her money. But if the person is demanding it straight away, you cannot say that, oh no, I have to go to Hajj and therefore have, no. That one you cannot take that money, because that money is not yours. That money belongs to somebody. Therefore you cannot take that money without the permission of that particular individual. Is that clear? Good. So, these conditions, you must fulfill these conditions. You must fulfill these conditions, which is very important that you're going to have. Sit down. Now, after knowing these conditions, here we come to the next part of it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when you read Ayah 196, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had made it very clear to us. And that is Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 196, the one that you started with.
96.
196. Okay. Allah has said, وَأَتِمُّ الْحَجَّ وَالْعُمْرَةَ لِلَّهِ. Means the Hajj and Umrah, you must complete this one for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, as I have said, the Alpha and Omega of your Hajj has to be only for the sake of Allah. You start with the intention of doing for the sake of Allah, and you finish it also with that, you complete it with that intention. Not for anything, that you are going for fame, or you are going for position, or this and that, oh, when I come back in my society, or in my community, I'll be held, I can now get a position because I have become al-Hajj or al-Hajjah or something like that. In some places, even in the village, he doesn't even know anything, or he hasn't known anything about the deen. That person, because he has been to Hajj, he wants to control the Imam, what the Imam has to say and what not.
Become mufti.
And if Imam says something and that al-Hajj or Hajjah says this and that, people will follow what al-Hajj or Hajjah had said and so on and so forth, because he or she has been to Hajj. But this Imam has not yet. And it is not like that. You don't go for Hajj in order to get a fame or to get a certain name, certain title to be attached to your name. No. Because Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he had been to Hajj. Isn't it? But did you see anywhere that he said, Al-Hajj, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? I haven't come to across that. Maybe I do not know. Have you come across that?
I don't know if there is any book.
There's no book like that, and you will not get any book like that. Okay? Abu Bakr Siddiq also the same. Umar bin Khattab, same. Those 10 who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Prophet said Allah had promised them Al-Jannah before they even leave this world. They have got that certificate already. They had been to Hajj, and none of them has said Al-Hajj. Aisha radiallahu anha, our mother, she had been to Hajj, but the word came across Al-Hajj, Aisha radiallahu anha. Nobody has read that one. Fatima, Zainab, you know, Hafsa radiallahu anhunna ajma'in. All these people. Why? Because Hajj also is one of the pillars of Islam. It's one of the pillars of Islam. You perform salat every day, isn't it? How do you call you? Cameraman. The person who every day performs salat. What kind of title do you put for that particular person?
Like you call you cameraman, so the one who play.
Yeah, because I call you cameraman because
you control the camera.
you operate the camera.
He's a Muslim.
He's a Muslim.
Yeah.
And the one who fasts, how do you call that person?
Faster.
You see,
Faster.
all these type of things and so forth, it is something that sometimes Shaitan puts this thing in order to make shirk come into our act of worship. Why? As the Prophet had said, أَخْوَفُ مَا أَخَافُ عَلَيْكُمْ الشِّرْكُ الْخَفِي. First had said, the worst thing I'm afraid of you, this ummah, is the hidden shirk. That means the shirk that you do not see it. And he described it, alayhi salatu wasalam, it's like a black ant walking on black thread in the pitch of the night. How can you see it? Can you see it? No. So like a person, you start your salat with a good intention to pray. Allahu Akbar. But when you were going, you went to the ruku, you get a little faster. But as soon as you saw that someone has come in the room or in that particular place, Allahu Akbar. Why? When that person was not there, you were not praying like that. But now you want to show that particular individual that, yes, I know how to pray. And the person also will say, oh, mashallah. This person, when I went, how she was praying, mashallah, with the fear and the tranquility and the peace. But she was doing that one just to please him. So the person started with a good intention, but now something had come inside, and that is a riyah, showing off for eye service has come in. So the shirk had entered into it. That's why Allah had said, when you are going to perform your Hajj, only have your intention, only for the sake of Allah. So you go there, anything happens to you, this and that and so forth, you say, here I am. For the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No complaint, nothing. Because one thing you have to bear in mind, Hajj, it is not the wealth that you have that makes you to go to Hajj. They are billionaires, isn't it? And they have never been to Hajj. Some even die without even performing Hajj. Isn't it? And you have people even in Mecca itself. Mecca is a resident of Mecca and has never been to Hajj. Some of them die like that without being to Hajj. So what is that? Hajj is da'wah. It's an invitation from Allah. Allah invites you for you to become ضيف من ضيوف الله. guest of the guests of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So you are going as guest of Allah. That is what you are going for. So it's an invitation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah is inviting you. So it is not because of your money or this and that and so on and so forth. No. There are so many people who are more richer than all of us here, isn't it? Yeah. But because that invitation has not come. Every day because, oh, next year inshallah. Oh, this year will come like that, until if he or she is not lucky, he comes to die. And the poor person is able to go and perform that Hajj and he comes back. And the rich person is unable to go. So it is an invitation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But when you go only for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not for anything else. Now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said, after all that, He said, فَإِنْ أُخْسِرْتُمْ فَمَا اسْتَيْسَرَ مِنَ الْحَدِيِ. If anything prevents you that you are going to Hajj, and something prevented you from reaching the place, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said, whatever sacrificial animal is easier for you, then sacrifice that animal. So it can be a goat, or it can be a sheep, or a cow, or camel. But he said, which one ever is easier for you to do it? Okay, you do it. And therefore, when you are going, when you make the intention, when you come to that one, you know what to say before you leave. So that if in case anything prevents you from going, you will become free from the obligations of Hajj without also sacrificing an animal. You have to say something with your intention before you embark upon your journey. Inshallah, when you come to that aspect, he will tell you, he will teach you about that one. Now Allah has said, وَلَا تَحْلِقُوا رُؤُوسَكُمْ حَتَّى يَبْلُغَ الْحَدِيُّ مَحِلَّهُ. When you are going, among some of the things which are forbidden for a person to do, you do not, when you put on your ihram, you make an intention, you don't cut your hair or shave your hair or clip your nails, for example, okay, except accidentally. Except accidentally. Like you feel that, oh, maybe this one, it is very, very itching and so forth, and you do it like that, and some of the hair, for example, fell. That one, there's nothing wrong about that one. Okay? But you intentionally do not cut it or pull it and something like that. No, you don't do anything like that at all. Okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said, حَتَّى يَبْلُغَ الْحَدِيُّ مَحِلَّهُ, until the sacrificial animals that you are taking with you reach the place where you have to sacrifice it, and that is Mina. Until it reaches that side. But Allah has said, فَمَنْ كَانَ مِنْكُمْ مَرِيضًا أَوْ بِهِ أَذًى مِنْ رَأْسِهِ فَفِدْيَةٌ مِنْ صِيَامٍ أَوْ صَدَقَةٍ أَوْ نُسْكٍ. But as a human being, something can happen to us. So, but whosoever is sick, that person becomes a very sick person, okay? Or he has something on his or her head, like the lice.
Say loss.
Loss. You call it what?
Loss. Head lice.
Okay. So, with that, because they are not easy when they are inside yours, they can, because what they do? They suck the blood. That's it. So it's very painful. And at the same time, it's very itchy. So the person must try to all the time. Okay? In the time of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, all the companions came And Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam saw this nice having all over. Some of them, mashallah, they are not easy, you know. Sometimes they want to come and get some fresh air. So they can come out here of your body and you see them walking all about. So Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam saw this, the lice coming all over this one. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Subhanallah, these creatures, they are harming you a lot." He said, "Yes, Messenger of Allah." So Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Do you have animal to sacrifice?" He said, "No, Messenger of Allah." He said, "Okay, if that is the case, you can fast. You fast for 3 days. Okay, you fast for 3 days. And if you cannot, then you give sadaqah. You feed 6 poor people. You give sadaqah by feeding 6 poor people. So, out of these 3, any one of them that you do is sufficient." He said, any one of these that you can do it and shave your hair so that it comes out. You may be free from this kind of problems that you are having. Okay? So, 3 things. One is fasting how many days? 3 days. If you feel that, because the heat is not easy over there also. And you are not going to sit one place, you are just moving all over. Okay? If you cannot, then you feed 6 poor people. Okay? That is ordinary feeding and so forth. 6 people. If not, and mashallah, your pocket is mashallah loaded, alhamdulillah, then you go and buy a sheep and you sacrifice. So one of these 3 things, any one of them that you do is enough. And then you can shave the hair, or if you want to clip your fingers or something like that, you can do it, and no problem about that. Okay? But فَإِذَا أَمِنْتُمْ, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had said, when you are safe and secure, and you are going to perform your Hajj, then فَمَنْ تَمَتَّعَ بِالْعُمْرَةِ إِلَى الْحَجِّ, whosoever wants to enjoy himself by having Umrah and the Hajj in the same what? The same year, then Allah has said, from al-Istaysara min al-Hadi, then the person must have what is easier for him in terms of sacrificial animal. So tamattu, you have them 2. You have tamattu khas and tamattu am. Tamattu khas, which is the special one, that is the enjoyment. That one, you just put on your ihram with the intention of Umrah. Only for Umrah. Okay? And when you finish making your tawaf and your sa'i, you go, you take some part of your hair, then you come out of that obligations. And you wait until the 8th of Zulhijjah, where you make another intention only for Hajj alone. Okay? So this one is known as tamattu khas. That means a special tamattu. Enjoyment. Why you call it enjoyment? Because after the Umrah, you can wear your ordinary clothes and so forth. You can clip your nails, you can cut your hair, no problem. Okay? No problem about that one. But you have an am as a general one. The general one is the one that you combine Umrah and Hajj, but in one ihram. So when you are putting on your ihram, you make an intention for Hajj and Umrah in the same ihram. Therefore, you do not take it out after the tawaf and the sa'i, that means umrah, when you finish, you do not go and cut your hair and this and so forth. No. You remain in the same ihram until the 10th of Zulhijjah. Until the 10th of Zulhijjah, after you come from Muzdalifah, and then you go and do your rami, what's called stoning, the Jamarat and so on and so forth. That's why you come to that one, inshallah. But the most important thing has to be on the 10th of Zulhijjah. Then after that, you can take off your ihram. Okay? Alright. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said, فَمَنْ لَمْ يَجِدْ. But whosoever is unable to get al-hadi, sacrificial animal, because he or she cannot afford to buy one. When he was going, he didn't have any money. That's why here it said the package, they tell you, the package that you have does not include the Qur'An, but at least have such amount of money with you, only for that Qur'an. That is it. So when you reach there, at least you have that amount, which is specifically for that Qur'an. That is it. But in case somebody went there and something happens, that your money got lost, which it can happen, isn't it? But inshallah, I pray that nothing like that happens to any one of you. But you cannot refuse or to say that object that something like that can happen. If something like that happens to the individual and he cannot have any money, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said, if you cannot buy the sacrificial animal, then فَصِيَامُ ثَلَاثَةِ أَيَّامٍ فِي الْحَجِّ. Then you fast 3 days in Hajj. 3 days in Hajj. وَسَبْعَةٍ إِذَا رَجَعَ. And then when you come to your country, you fast the remaining 7 days. So the fact remains, how is that person going to fast for that 3 days in Hajj? Because the Hajj starts 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and if you want to go more, then 13th. But the Hajj itself is 5 days. That you can go up to 6. That means the one who wants to complete all the distance of what? 6 days. That if you do 5, Allah has said, there's no sin upon that person. It's completed. Okay. So how is that person going to fast? That's 3 days. According to Ibn Abbas, he says, the person will start to fast on the 8th of Zulhijjah. The 8th of Zulhijjah, where you put on your ihram, making your intention and so forth to go to Mina. That's the time the person will start to fast. And the person can fast also on the day of Arafah, as the Prophet ﷺ had said. Fasting on the day of Arafah is not compulsory upon any pilgrim except the one who could not have sacrificial animal, and he or she has to fast for 3 days. For that person, you are allowed to fast on the day of Arafah. And that day, I'm telling you, if you are fasting, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, it's not easy. That day is not easy at all. If you are to fast on that day, Allahu Akbar, inshallah. So, and then you can fast on the 10th, which you may call it as the day of what? Eid, isn't it? Yes. that person can fast. Nobody. Because Allah has said you have to fast in that particular place. That means during the Hajj time. Okay? Alright. So it is very simple. Allah had made everything very simple for us. If this thing happens to you, say, look, you cannot do this one, go to that. Because Allah doesn't want to punish us. No. He wants to make the deen, the religion, become very easy for us. Not to make it very difficult for all of us. No. So you have this kind of choice. If you want to. Okay? But he says the 7 days is when you come back home. When you come back home, now you do your 7 days of fasting. 7 days of fasting, then you do that one, inshallah. But Allah had said, ذَلِكَ لِمَنْ لَمْ يَكُنْ أَهْلُهُ حَاضِرِ الْمَسْجِدِ الْحَرَامِ. That is for those people whose relatives or they themselves are not residents of Mecca. Those who are not residents of Mecca. Or living within the vicinities of Haram. Those in Haram, for example, Mecca, they do not do tamattu. No. They only do Hajj. They only do Hajj. But myself and you, who are outside Mecca, we are allowed to do this. And it is very easy and it's very comfortable also for us. Instead of remaining in the same ihram with all the restrictions and so forth, you finish the Umrah, you take off your ihram, and then you wear your ordinary clothes and so forth, enjoy yourself nicely, because you'll be out of the restrictions of ihram. So he said, since you are enjoying yourself like this, you have become grateful to Allah by sacrificing an animal. By sacrificing an animal. So this is very important when you go to Hajj. When you reach there, you are not going to do anything except the performance of Hajj. This is so important. Everything you have to buy, this and so on and so forth, mashallah, especially even the people who have to stop at Jeddah before they go to what is called either Mecca or to Medina, for example, if they come by this place, they start to buy. No. You think about what you came there for first. That is the most important. What you came there for, that is what you're coming to do. Make sure you have enough money with you. After Hajj, that's the time of their business. So it is not going to finish. It's not going to finish. Especially those who come from Africa. If you see their conditions after Hajj, it's so bad, very, very bad. They buy so many things with how many suitcases and so forth. And they don't have money. All their money finished. And those people, organizers, they do not even see them at all. So they are at the mercy of people. Somebody buys something, food or something like that, and then you go and get a little bit of it to eat. And the worst thing, when the time comes that they are going, all the suitcases of full of things and so forth, they cannot take them with. Because Africa, they give you a certain amount of this and that you cannot take more, isn't it? So the rest of the things are packed up. If you go to Medina to Hajj, after Hajj, subhanAllah, they will tell you when you were student, They take any amount to say, what am I going to do with this one? Even the person who bought it did not even take it. You want me to take it, where am I going to put it? I don't have time for that. As a student, what am I going to do with it? You know, they have them all over, packed up. At the end, and these people, they are not going to give it to people. Yes, they watched about it. Maybe in a place, they will be thinking that, oh, let's send this to this part, you know, of the world as a charity for people, you know, people to take them. You go and have a bulldozer put them in the truck and so forth, and go and dump them in the rubbish places and so forth. And you have spent such amount of money for nothing. You have spent all those amount of money. Therefore, when you are going, or you reach there, you reach Medina, inshallah, when you reach Medina, in Medina they have these facilities that you can ship your things from there. They have door-to-door listings. I wonder if they still have it there. They still have it? Yeah. You can buy your things, your luggage and everything, and you pay for the freight and so forth with your address of your house. They send it to your house, straight to your house. You don't pick it from the airport, no. They send it. If you are not there, you give a name of someone who you think will be at home to collect it for you. You can. So when it comes, they bring it straight to your house. They have that kind of facilities that if you want to do something like that, especially those who want to do a little bit of business, you can buy some things and then send them ahead before you reach also. So this is one of the things you have to bear in mind over there. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said, after all that, He says, وَاتَّقُوا fear Allah. Look, Allah said, fear Allah. Fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala means you are not going there for anything. You want to become more God conscious. You want to become more God conscious in terms of your deen, to become very strong in your deen. And this is what you are going for. وَعَلَمُوا, and know that أَنَّ اللَّهَ شَدِيدُ الْعِقَابِ, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is very severe in punishment. If you go to what is called break the rules and so on and so forth, and they say, oh, because nobody can see me, and that's why I'm doing. Allah said, know that Allah knows, and He is very severe in punishment. So if Allah bless you, and you are in Medina, the first thing the organizers, after you put your things and so forth, they will take you to the Haram of Medina, show you the places of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Abu Bakr, Siddiq, and then Umar bin Khattab. They will show you all this, and then the Rawda, a place when if you are sitting in the paradise, in Jannah. Subhanallah. It's a very, as the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said, between his mimbar and his house, that side is Rawdatun min Riyad al-Jannah. So if you are sitting there, that particular place, as if you are sitting in Jannah. Now, nowadays, it's not like our time, mashallah. Our time, from morning, coming, all the same, especially after Salatul Asr. That's why you used to sit and memorize our Qur'an until Maghrib time. You know. But nowadays, they have the amount of people. It seems nowadays, they have about 3 or how many, what is called, the roles they have made.
They have 4.
4?
Yeah. No,
3.
3. 3.
Yeah.
3.
It seems nowadays they have made it 3.
3 rows.
These people, this batch, this is the first batch, you are here. So you go and you pray. While you are praying, they have the rope and others inside. This one cannot come. They stand until when these ones will finish. And they are telling you, come on, get up, get up. It is not like that you are just sitting down, making your dua anyhow you want. No, finish it just. You, if you good, you do not come to this side again. You go this way. Then after you go, they take off the rope of this one, and this one comes. And then they put another one, the next one comes behind. So like that, until you all finish. Okay? And even the ladies, they have a certain time for them.
And now they have all the things.
They
have all the things.
All the things, okay.
They divided it.
They divided, okay. This will go here and that go there. All these things, they have made it so easy. Because the amount of people that is coming, it is not like before. So the millions and millions who are coming. But my main thing, nutshell, is after you have shown the place, and it's very easy for you to see the place also, because it is a unique place. Everybody's heading that side. The light itself is enough for you. And the umbrellas, also the big ones and so forth, you can see it. After you have known the place, don't expect Sheikh Yusuf to come and take you to Haram. Why I didn't go to pray and so forth, because Sheikh Yusuf did not come and take me. No. It is very easy. And you know where your hotel is. And the hotel is not far from the, from the place. It's not far. So try as much as possible to spend a lot of time in that masjid. And do not miss Salatul Fard with the Imam. Because one Salat that you perform with the Imam, how many rewards you get? I'm talking about Medina. How many?
8.
Nobody knows? 1,000. MashaAllah.
Those who have been there.
MashaAllah. You get 1,000. Just one Salat. Salat al-Fajr 1,000. So when you finish performing 5 daily Salats, how many did you get? 5,000. Any business person would not like to miss this kind of thing at all. In a day, you get that one. Okay? And likewise, when you go to Mecca, the same. That side, one Salat, you get how many? One Salat. How many do you get? You pray with the Jama'ah, with the Imam.
How many?
In the Fard.
The same? Who said? Oh, 1,000.
How many? 100,000. You get 100,000 rewards.
Imam said, hey.
You see?
She gonna sleep there.
100,000 rewards. Just one Salat, When you pray Salat Jama'ah here, or any part of the world, apart from Baitul Maqdis, all what you get 27 rewards. In the Jama'ah, 27. So to get 100,000, do you know how many salats you have to pray in masjids like this? For you to get that one. But that's only one salat. So if you get 5 daily salats, how many did you get? 500,000
a day.
A day. This is the greatest investment, isn't it? It's the greatest investment. So don't go and sleep. Don't miss Salat and say Jama'ah and so forth. Say, oh, I'll pray it here wherever I am and so on and so forth. Don't miss this time, because this opportunity, when you come back, if Allah brings you back, you will not get this opportunity. So let that particular place be your place. You go there, you do everything inside. And you have all the facilities. And you have, most of the time, get tamar, dates, and zamzam. In Zamzam, mashallah, it is very, very cool. Every place in the masjid. Every place, it is there, and they have some cups and everything there. Even the place you are making the sa'i, you have it. When you finish your tawaf also, you have all of it. So you don't have any problem. Drink a lot of Zamzam and make your dua, your supplication to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? Now, this is so important regarding your salat. Let that one be the first thing. Let that one be the first thing. Do not go and compete with someone. How many materials I have to buy? Oh, this one has bought 2 materials and something like that. Oh, I want to go and buy 3. And so on and so forth. No. Don't compete with anyone in the worldly things. But if it is in the deen, then compete with that person. This person, every day he or she is making about 6 or 7 tawafs. I would try to also to do maybe 8 tawafs. Compete with that person in that, in the deen. Because Allah has said that. واستبقوا الخيرات وسابقوا إلى مغفرة من ربكم والجنة. All these things. So it is very good for you to do that. That's why there's no problem about that. But don't compete with anyone in the worldly things. No. If somebody wants to compete with you in the deen, compete with that person. Because do something good. But if it's something that the person wants to compete with you in the worldly things, leave it in the neck of that person to go ahead with it. Does that make sense to you? Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you are going to leave it here and you go. But the deen, one, you go and get it over there. You go and get it over that side. So, now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the next ayah, 197, in Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah has said, Al-Hajju ashhurun ma'lumat. Is it a condition of?
Yes.
Al-Mukayyif.
Yeah.
Al-Hajj ashhurun ma'lumat. He says the Hajj, it has months which are well known. What are the months of Hajj? Shawwal, Zulqa'dah, and Zulhijjah. So now you are in Shawwal, you are in one of the months of Hajj. So now somebody can make up himself and then you are going to Hajj. Okay? So فَمَنْ فَرَضَ فِيهِنَّ الْحَجَّ. Therefore, whosoever makes upon himself or herself to perform Hajj. Look at what Allah has said. Whosoever makes it compulsory upon himself or herself to perform Hajj, فَلَا رَفَثَ. When you have put on your ihram, there is no marital relationship. No anything that goes with it. Like hugging, fondling, kissing, this, no. You don't have anything like that. And there is no marriage proposals. Oh, mashallah. Hey, you are so nice, you are so beautiful, inshallah. After Hajj, I will marry you. No. You don't really go for it. Even if you have that one, put it inside here. If it is too much for you, go and drink Zamzam and go and make 2 rakats. Inshallah. But we want you to go and say from here, you'll be in trouble. Then we'll have fusuk. there isn't any kind of obscene languages. Backbiting, slandering, lying on some people, okay? Looking at people and so forth. Oh, this one is this. Oh, subhanallah, how tall that person is. Oh, how short that person is. Oh, how fat that person is. Oh, how black. Oh, this was so. I said I'm black, but that one is so black. Oh, all these things. You didn't go for that. That is not what sent you from here to that particular place, isn't it? Yes. So don't go and occupy yourself with these things. No. You occupy yourself with the zikrullah and istighfar. All the time, say astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, subhanallah, astaghfirullah. Okay? It is so important. Now, don't forget, you get 100,000 rewards when you do good deeds over there. Done good deeds. Likewise, when you do bad things, also the same. That's why one companion, whenever he used to come to Mecca and he finishes his Umrah and so on, he doesn't take long and he's going. So they asked him, why is that when you come to Mecca, you don't stay so long? And you know the reward that you gain from doing one good deed is so big, isn't it? He said, yes. He said, but you forgot that the sin you commit also is the same. I prefer to make that sin outside the Mecca, but do the good things inside the Mecca. So when I have done that good things, I want to run away and get out before I commit any sin there. Yes. So make sure that you do not go and be tempted to say some bad things to somebody and so forth. Oh, this, you are that. No. The third one, Allah had said, وَلَا جِدَالَ فِي الْحَجِّ. There is no argument in Hajj. When you go, do not argue with someone until you make somebody to become angry. Until you make someone to become angry. Do not do something like that. So it is very important when somebody brings anything, argument or this and that, don't entertain it. Just move from there. Or if possible, change the topic. If you feel that the person still wants to support, just get out from there and occupy yourself to do something else. Because Allah has said there is no argument in Hajj. And you want your Hajj to be accepted for you, isn't it? And if you want it, then do not argue with anybody. If somebody does something and so forth, just leave the person. Young people, they come and so forth, but by means, for example, you have performed Hajj, it is obvious the amount of people, somebody may step on your foot, and so forth, or may push you, not intentionally, because when you are going this side, they are pushing you, even when you are making tawaf. When you are making tawaf, people are pushing, isn't it? And some of them also, they come, they hold their hands like that. They're like a big ring. Those who, mashallah, they have their muscles. And you call, and then somebody who has a book, Allahumma, Allahumma, inni, a'udhu bika, a'udhu. The people don't even know what they are saying. And with that ring, we want you to say that you want to break through it.
No way.
They will not allow you. They will push you the gates and so on. Okay, so all these things you should not go and make that one to be part of you. Oh, then I too have to push. What did you go there for? You went there. And that tawaf, if that tawaf would even take you, one tawaf would take you 5 hours. What did you lose? Did you lose anything? No, because that's what you went for.
Yep.
That's what you went for, isn't it, Karaman? Yeah. So if you cannot have patience for what you went for, How can you have patience for what you did not go for?
It's patience right now.
Yeah?
Camera.
You look at cameraman, so patient,
Yeah.
even smiling.
Yeah.
MashaAllah. Okay, so you have to have a lot of patience. Okay? Somebody push you and this and that, don't. You know. It's like one man, when he's going around and so forth, and accidentally, somebody pushed him and he pushed one leg like that. The lady pushed and give him a big slap. He turned around and then he's just going, making his door.
Hey, Lord. May Allah give me that patience.
Making his door, just going. Then after that, the lady started to cry. Wanted to see this man to
Seek forgiveness.
seek forgiveness. And
For our God.
he could not see that person. He couldn't see that person. Why are you going to slap such a person? For what? But look here, the person did not even ask, why are you slapping me? He didn't even care about that one. As if nothing has happened to him. Because he didn't go for that. To have argument with someone and so on and so forth. No. He only went for the purpose of praying and praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So whenever you go there, by all means, some people will sit in the Jama'ah, some people their aim is to bring something, cook up with something. Oh, when I was coming, even this one was saying such and such and such thing. Look, he started to speak about somebody. Person was not there. And you are listening to it. So, most of you will be in the same boat. You'll be in the same boat. And one thing you have to bear in mind, Prophet Sallallahu has said, when you are making tawaf, you are in salat. He said, when you are making tawaf, you are in salat. The only difference is that Allah had permitted you to speak when you are making tawaf. So he said, when you are speaking, don't say something which is bad. That is zikr. But now, mashallah, you have smartphones. Mashallah. And what did you do? We said, look, I am making tawaf. I have now finished my first circles. I'm now going to the second one. This and that, so on and so forth. SubhanAllah. Is that part of the tawaf? Is that zikr? No. It's not zikr. This is not zikr. When you are making something, know the purpose of going to that side itself. That's the most important. You make your tawaf in a nice, in a peaceful way. And make dua and istighfar anyhow you want. In your own language. Allah understands every language. It's not necessary that you have to say it in Arabic. No. And the best one you can say, رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسْنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسْنَةً وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. That Allah has said to us here. This is the best thing you can say. Because it combines and everything. It's a comprehensive. Everything which is good for me in this world, oh Allah, give that to me. And anything which is good for me also in the world, in the akhirah, oh Allah, give that one also to me. And protect me from the punishment of the hellfire. These are three matters. If Allah protects you from the hellfire, where are you going to?
Heaven.
Heaven, paradise, Al-Jannah. May Allah make us among those people. Okay. So, this is something you have to bear in mind. And make zikr. Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah, Allah Akbar. Or read some verses of the Holy Qur'an. Or ayats of the Holy Qur'an. The one that you know, Even if you don't know, you can have a small Qur'an, or even a small this one, and then you look at it in a very calm way. You do it by yourself. It's so nice and so beautiful. But do not go and hate someone and say things which are not good. Which are not good. Because the virtue of your Hajj, as you said before, when you do not do any one of these things that you have mentioned, Prophet ﷺ had said, you come out like the day you were born. And he said there is no reward for it. The Hajj Mabrur, the Hajj that has been accepted by Allah, except that of Al-Jannah. SubhanAllah, what more else do you want? What more else do you want? So, please, when you go to that side, if you are making tawaf, make sure your distance is somewhere else and concentrate. Let your concentration be there, make your zikr and so forth all the time. And that will help you a lot. Okay? Now, you want to finish this ayah and then whatever you want to ask, you can ask later on. Then Allah has said, so there are things that you have been prohibited to do in Hajj. And Allah has specifically given us 3 of them, isn't it? The first one is marital relations. Once you put on your ihram, even if you and your wife or your husband could be in the same room, there is no any kind of intimacy. Okay? And there is nothing of kissing and so on and so forth, or proposals of marriage. This, you don't have anything like that at all. And the second one, you do not use obscene languages. Backbiting, the disturbing, this, anything like that, you don't not. Or say F words or S words, as the children call it. You do not say something like that. Let your lips be wet with Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Okay? And do not go also and swear to Allah. Some people, who did this one? I swear by Allah. If I get that particular person, I'll do this to that person. No. Don't do that. If somebody has done something that you do not like, make it easy. Speak to the person in a nice way. Don't go behind him or her and talking to someone, you see what such and such person did to me or did and so forth. No. If it is something that you do not like, go in front of the person. Okay? And speak to the person. But do not backbite the person, front fight the person. And in a nice way, not in anger and so forth. The person will be able to explain it also to you in a nice way. Okay? And there is no...
Inshallah, takbir. Takbir. Okay, let's start first of all, exercise our, mashallah. You know, Al-San, the Sheikh just reminded me. Labbaik Allahumma labbaik. La sharika laka labbaik. Inna al-hamda wa ni'mata laka wal mulk. La sharika lak. Again, please. Sheikh Boadi said you are sleeping. And imagine here, this is something you will be saying. You will say it until you look at the one to you. He said, please, when are we going to stop? Can you imagine? And say it again. Okay, let's say once more together. Labbaik Allahumma labbaik. Labbaik la sharika laka labbaik. Innal hamda wal ni'mata laka wal mulk. La sharika lak. MashaAllah, I envy. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept this from all of us. My dear humble brothers, fathers, mothers and sisters in the deen, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward the Sheikh. May Allah grant him Al-Jannah. May Allah grant his family Al-Jannah. Whatever fitna is out there, may Allah protect him and his family from that fitna, ya Kareem. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep him long for us. Sometimes you were surprised when I say this. I said to him, Sheikh, if Allah had given us a choice, I would say, okay, you live longer than I. And they said, come on, stop saying this. I said, yeah, because I don't have the patience you have. Amazingly. But he cancelled everything, all media, Islam channel, for his family, for his people, for you. And on Saturdays, every Saturday, he's here. And that's why when they asked, they said, Hajj, I said, don't worry, Hajj, you will see him by the corner. When you see him, just say, Sheikh, give me your card. He laughed. He sacrificed Allah for you to be happy, for you to be comfortable, but above all, for the sake of Allah, may Allah grant him the highest of Al-Jannah. Today, the Sheikh talked about the importance, the conditions of Hajj. Yeah? And during these sessions, the 4 sessions, you're going to know everything. And we have a PowerPoint presentation for you. It's not just what the Sheikh is explaining here, but you're going to see it as well. You're going to see it, inshallah, within these 2-3 weeks. Very important. Bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. So when you go there, you do not have too many questions that are not necessary to ask. At least you've already understand or have the khalfiyya, yeah, the background understanding of your Hajj. That's why the Sheikh decided to do this. And I tell you the truth, there is no masjid, there is no organization of Hajj that do this. They only have 2 sessions. Probably if they try, that one, obviously. And I say 2, why? Because sometimes when they want to meet, they say, okay, come and meet here. The only day you're going to have that sessions with them, which is 1, is the day for you to come and collect your passports. And when you go there, I tell you, mothers and sisters, you're going to see it. Even to get someone who will say, do this, do that, you don't even see them. They leave you. When we went the other time, in Arafah, people are coming, ask. Because I speak Arabic, say, oh, what should I do? Now you end up being the leaders for other group. They don't know what they do. Maybe they make some mistakes, they void their Hajj without knowing. May Allah save us from that fitna.
Amen.
Alhamdulillah, even though the Sheikh is going, look at his head, his bald head now. I don't know why the Sheikh went and bald his head, balded his head now. MashaAllah, we're going to ask. Then he needs to grow hair before. Sheikh Musa, grow your hair very quick. Better go and buy oil. Hey, he's going to Hajj day, his hair is bald. Now he went to back. Look, may Allah reward the Sheikh. But they grow your hair. Good. Now, okay, you know. May Allah reward you. Now, with this, I have a few points to make before we give you opportunity to ask any question you want to ask the Sheikh. You're welcome. But few points. 1, the leader, the leader of the organizers, have mentioned that some people, yeah, their passports we are waiting for their passport actually. They haven't delivered or submit their passport yet. And some your photos, please do submit them to me and I send it to them straight away. We need it as soon as possible. And secondly, and I said this all the past sessions when we meet, I mean the groups, last year, the year before, Sheikh have been saying this. Lateness is bad. Allah is bad. This is your lifetime journey. And Hajj is once, you know. It's not twice. The first Hajj you're going to do, the Sheikh mentioned that when we had the meeting, and today probably, of course, that the first thing you're going to do, this Hajj, this is what's going to be written for you. And the other one, mashallah, is more of khair you are doing, or ibadah. But this is your most important journey. Whoever is late here, believe me, they are late in Makkah. They're always late in Makkah. And it is bad. Wallahi, it's not good. It's not good. And that's why I talk about time. He said, Wal asr. Time is very important. And the organizers, when they told them, they said the bus is coming this time, and believe me, they want to organize you for you to be in a position for an hour before that time. And you find out some people, that's the time they think now. They said 1 o'clock, that's when they train, okay, I'm going to take shower. What shower? And then you are downstairs, they want someone to go and call them from their rooms. And this is reality, that's why we say it every year. We don't want that. Because we want you, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, to return like the day your mother gave birth to you. That's why. That's true. And the Sheikh mentioned about jidal, arguments. When they say to you, the bus is coming 12 o'clock. 12. Maybe Saudis, Sheikh knows them. They just use their massage. They will tell you 12 o'clock, they change their mind. They said, no, it's 10 o'clock, right? And maybe they tell you 12 o'clock, then the organizers, they come, please, everyone, can you come out from your rooms? 10 o'clock, the bus is coming. And he started, oh, hey, you said 12 o'clock. Why you started arguing? The arguments that we talk, he started now. No, they must have reason for them to ask you for 10 o'clock. And at the end of the day, Sheikh mentioned, this is why you go there for. You did not go there for anything except Hajj. So they ask you to come out 10 o'clock, just come out. And the argument as well, when something happened or some sleep, maybe someone said a word, the other person did not hear. He said, did you hear what he said? And then they want to ask, they want to create problem, but they don't want to say it because they will say, hey, this organizers, if they see, the other will say, if Sheikh BOADI, Sheikh Yusuf, and those ones they hear, the one who started, they go immediately come, you go and ask them. They ask someone to go and question, but it's them, you know. So please, do not argue. Don't argue at all, please. And you're going to find it difficult. From Medina to Mecca is whole day travel. Whole day or whole night. You will travel until you get tired. You get tired. Heat. Everything. You will say, you can't even say. You know the radio back home when the battery is finished, huh? You know how the sound goes, yeah? Like that. Someone was doing the bake cover, and then they looked at me, Sheikh Yusuf. I said, can I ask a question? When are we going to finish this labbaik? I said to him, this is why he came for here. He said, when you going to finish it, just start. That's one. Yeah? It's all about hardship. It's all about difficulties amongst the group. Yeah? You have some people, problem. So let's accommodate everyone. You accommodate one another. Please, don't argue. And something we will say every week when you come, accommodation. They've told you, and Google it, your hotels, in Medina, alhamdulillah, you have Grand Maki Hotel. MashaAllah, posh. Yeah, very posh. When they went there, they are there, they keep sending. Sheikh Yusuf, Sheikh BOADI, we're enjoying, you know. I'm telling you, that's how I was circulating. Sheikh BOADI said, yeah, Sheikh BOADI, we look at like this. We're in the car, he said, MashaAllah, beautiful. And when they go to the restaurants, they have everything buffet. You will see it, we'll show you on the screen. And then they say, hey, and they enjoy. They're enjoying. The day you live in Medina, that day, you know, it's like when you leave London, you go to my village in Africa. That's the difference between Medina to Azizia. That is right. I warn you for that. So you get it now. That's how it is. And the Sheikh mentioned to you the last time. That's why we're ringing the bell. Yeah? These apartments, they are apartments. They closed them since Hajj. They did not open it until when we go back. You might find dust. Huh? Alhamdulillah. Jama, when you see dust, what do you do? Clean it. All of us will die. Where are we going to? To the dust. But inshallah, you're not going to find dust there anyway. Inshallah. So please, please, we have to make it clear. We're going to Aziz here. They are apartments. Now, from there, it's not a hotel. It's not a hotel. It's not that 5 buffet, whatever dish. You know the hotels that we go in, some of them. What if you don't want that food? You go to the chef. You said, "I want this food." They do what you want. Hey, that's what these are the hotels we always rent. They do the food that you want. So you want as is here, you call the organizers. Hey, Brother Zakaria, Sheikh Musa, come and give me salad cream. How you call it? How you call that the food? You eat fufu. Yeah, you want to bring. Yeah, type fufu is for Ghana. Okay. You want this food? No. As is here, I will tell you the truth. The best thing we used to do, we go Al-Baik is closer. You go and buy food, just simple. £1, £2. Huh? I mean, reals, 5 reals or something. Because the food comes very late. Very, very late. That 3 days you're going to stay there, and food there is nothing. You eat, you see, even throw. People throw away.
Yeah, because it comes after Salat.
After Salat al-Isha. And you have 3 minutes coming, you know, or 2 minutes, sorry, 2. The one that comes late, maybe you're used to eat at 8 o'clock or 10 o'clock. And then the food comes 12. Why? Because of the traffic. You're going to see, when you will leave your hotel to Haram, you see the traffic. Where you paid 5 reals, you're going to pay 100 or 200 reals. Be careful. Very important. Yeah? So that's how you're going to, they will make sure they do whatever they do, they get their money for the year. And you see, you will see some people, they climb on top of the roof of the car, they pay. They are scared because it's Hajj. If you climb there, they said you pay 10 reals, so we say, okay. They will not come to you because they know you come for Hajj. You fear Allah, you say, I will give them, look at 10 reals. And you're up the roof. Like the other one, Atibari, they went and then they left us. They went and got the car. When they got the car, they don't speak Arabic. And then the other one, they keep talking, bargaining. And the other one say, this, in Arabic. And then the other one look at Hawa. He said, Hawa, tell me, what did they say? He said, well, me and you don't speak the language. So, it's like that. Don't wait. Whatever you can do, Sheikh told you. Whatever good deeds you can do there, do it. If you can even buy 2, 3, 4, 5 people food, you buy it to bring it on time. Sadaqah. Because you get 100,000 for one sadaqah. If you can help someone carry their luggage, I'm not saying to go and pick the big luggages and bring it for someone to carry it for you. But you can see old person, they are struggling for tawaf. All them go. You get the same reward like them to do tawaf. The same reward. And you go like family. Don't leave anyone behind. Help one another. Don't wait for Imam. Don't wait for Sheikh Musa. Don't wait for organizers. Do it yourself. Because you will earn the reward. Wallahi, you earn it. This is what I want to say. And please, please, when we go, all transportation is covered. As is here, the day we go in there, yeah, I mean the group is going there. They're going to take you from as is here with car, right?
Yes.
With car,
Yeah.
and then to Haram, and they return with car as well.
Yes.
Okay. Now they return with car, but after that, the 2 days, there will be no transport taking you. No. The bus is there. Simple. You know the Haram now, right? Khalas, make your way. It's Haram, it's Makkah. Go there. And after Hajj, you come to Aziz here, and then what happened? You go to your beautiful posh hotel called Hilton Suites. Yeah, the Hilton Suites. Mashallah, there you eat until you get tired. You can do 10, 3, 5 Umrah if you want to do it. Huh? And if you say, Mashallah, I'm going to do Umrah for Sheikh Yusuf, I will give you good money. Before Hajj, they have how many days in Azizia?
Before Hajj is 2 days.
Okay.
And after Hajj is the same 2 days.
Okay.
It's the same 2 days.
Okay.
And I just want to add to what Sheikh FAISAL mentioned regarding missing Salat in Medina. You know, the only time we will miss Salat in Medina is on the day of arrival, which is in the morning. So when once we miss that, the rest, even when we go to, we do the ziyarah, we always arrange to make sure that we come back early to get the Salat. So inshallah, we are not going to miss any Salat, apart from the Fajr, on the day of arrival in Medina. Apart from that, the rest of the days we will be in Medina, we will be getting the Salat in the masjid, inshallah.
Inshallah, you see, you're not going to miss any salah. The day you're going to arrive, inshallah, you arrive in the morning, it's only a part of that time of arrival, you miss Fajr. After that, khalas, all the salah. And Sheikh said, don't get busy. You know, people go to the market, they stay in the market until salah time pass. Yeah. You will see yourself. write the report, but don't go and write the report on your copy of your brother and sister. He said, Sheikh Gizu said, take care of yourself, but don't be spy as well at them, yeah? That's what happened. Don't get busy with buying stuff, you forget your salah. Yeah, that's what they do. Please. Now, inshallah, we'll have so many people, they apologize for not coming today because of valid reasons, and then please try not to miss it. And as I mentioned, time, very important. We have sister, subhanallah, she came from Birmingham, on time. And the one who is just Iliad Street here, come on hour late. I said Iliad Street because none of you live Iliad Street. You say this boy is talking about me. That's why I said Iliad Street. It is true. Yeah. Why? Because she knows that this is very important to her life. It's true or not? That's true, right? From Birmingham. And her husband is the first one who messaged me this morning. When I messaged the group, I said, he said, yes, my wife will be coming. Hey, this husband, love his wife. MashaAllah. May Allah the one you want. Now you're going to ask questions, whatever questions you have. But I have one question. This question is not because of the Imam Sheikh Musa. Sheikh, one brother asked, but don't worry, not because of a bald-headed one. I'm asking this question. Someone asked, he said, for those who are, they have bald-headed people. Bald. Yeah, they are bald. They don't have hair. Now, they go in, they need to shave. So which year are they going to shave? Don't put that on YouTube.
Alhamdulillah. For let me say something about myself.
No.
Before I go to the question, I'm going to the question. My bald head just took me within a week. We have 3 more weeks to go.
Alhamdulillah.
So don't worry about that.
Go down to the question.
For some brothers, in my understanding, they always keep shaving their heads because of reason. But I will advise them, as from now on, they should leave their hair like that. Because sometimes some people, they have this kind of thing, what do we call?
Dandruff.
No, they have some part of the head, they are bald head, they are hairless. That I can understand. But the other part that that grows here, you have to let it like that until the timing comes. When the timing reach for the shaving, no matter how little that hair is, when you get to the just after the session, going to make a haircut, the brothers, they have some razor blades. Always ask for new ones. No matter how little they are, you can cut them off. Alhamdulillah, there is no problem with that because we know that some people don't have much hair. But the one that you can able to, from now on, leave your head like that. Don't keep. I know that some brothers, they keep on shaving their head every 2-3 days to keep it clean. But as for this session, if you want to perform Hajj, because you know that you are hairless, you don't have much hair, leave your head like that until the timing of the day of cutting. So no matter how the amount of hair that you grow, that one is acceptable. I don't think that there's anything wrong about that. And for those with bald head, don't worry. You make just the parts where the hair grows and get rid of them.
If no hair, bald-headed.
Well, the bald-headed is quite. That's what Alhamdulillah is. You just make you just make the attempt for the sake of. You make the attempt for the sake of the sunnah. Yeah, for the intention, not that you actually cutting the whole hair, because those people, they themselves, they do every 2 or 3 days, they do shaving. So you have to do that same action with the razor blade that the brothers are doing here in the haram to make the sunnah lively. Inshallah.
And the best thing that you can also do, it is not necessary that when you finish by the haram, okay, you have to go to this before some people to go and have a long queue and so forth. You can buy scissors. You can do it in your, in your hotel.
Especially the ladies.
Especially the ladies. Okay, you just go cut a little bit of this and that is it. Ladies, they don't shave their hairs.
You should be your husband with you, bye.
Okay. So you just cut a little bit. That is what we did. And then the brothers also, you can do it in your, in your hotels. You can have this shit.
Alright, okay, may Allah reward you and may Allah reward my Sheikh saying, please leave your hair to grow and then you go there, inshallah. If you're bald-headed, inshallah, your intention is enough. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easier for all of us. Yeah, just raise or do like this. Khalas. Okay, next question. Yes.
Yeah, Sheikh, we were chatting just now,
Labbaik. Yeah.
The meaning, if you can explain them for everybody,
Okay.
so that they are aware, because you say some people they say, oh, we still go stop for Siam. So, but if they know the meaning, I think they're going for Siam, so they themselves tired.
MashaAllah. Now, our dearest brother, uncle is asking, saying, we just chanted here the Labbaik. And we say, Labbaik Allahumma Labbaik, Labbaik la sharika laka Labbaik, inna al-hamda wa ni'mata laka wal mulk la sharika lak. He said, some people need to know the meaning. He said, because if they know the meaning, they will not stop chanting. They will keep on chanting it. So, see, like me, don't speak Arabic. So because I don't speak Arabic, where do I pass the mic to? I like that, Sheikh BOADI. Everybody wants to hear Sheikh BOADI. So this time, Sheikh BOADI, you cannot escape this. The name came from there. They said Sheikh BOADI. Huh? About the chanting, we just chanted. They said you chanted, you asked them to do Labbaik. So they want to know the meaning and how can that be effective in their life for them to be motivated to say it all the time.
That's why Allah had said, when you are going to perform Hajj and the Umrah, do it everything for the sake of Allah. This is the Kalimat Tawheed. That means you are declaring the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is so important. That's why he said, when you go, don't make any shirk. Because if you do, all your deeds will be finished. No Hajj, nothing. Okay? So we said, Labbaik Allahumma Labbaik. Here I am, O Allah. And responding to your call, responding to your invitation. Here I am. With all my spirit, my body, and everything, my mind. And then, Labbaik la sharika lak. Labbaik. I am also here without making any partners with you in any act of worship. Nothing. My intention of coming, there is no shirk in it. The acts that I'm going to make also, there is no shirk in it. So when you go and you see other people do things, they can even be Arabs, they speak an Arab language. It doesn't mean that that person is a knowledgeable person. It's like here, somebody speaking English. Does that mean that the person is well educated? No. Okay? So you may see the person doing something which is un-Islamic. But you, because, oh, it is done by, I saw an Arab person doing it, so I can do it. No. Okay? Before our time, but nowadays, alhamdulillah, they make it so nice. Then you go to Tan'im, what they call it as a Masjid al-Aisha. You know, people, they used to, the ladies, especially the ladies, they will bring different colors of pieces of cloth, like that, materials. I don't know what each one represents, especially if you do not get baby, you don't become pregnant. They have a certain color, and they will say whatever they have to say, and make a knot. Then the wall, you know, they have the rails over there. They will go and tie it over there. Some of them also, maybe they want to husbands. That's why I think they put a red one. What they have to say. They turn it over. So everybody has different dishes. Some are black, green, blue, green, all kinds of things. And you used to go and take them out. You tell them it is haram, so on and so forth, but yet still. Until when the guy, he said, shall we say, he said, he said, leave them. No matter how many times you take them out, they will come back again and put it. Okay? All these things are shirk. So you should not go and see somebody do something like that, and you too, you are going to do it. Give yourself to Allah. So that's why I said, لَبَّيْكَ لَا شَرِيكَ لَكَ لَبَّيْكَ. I'm here responding to your call without making any partner in any act of worship that I'm coming to do here. Now I'm coming to declare, Inna alhamda, all the praises that you have. So I'm not going there to praise myself. I'm not going there so that when I go back for people to praise me. No. Some people, when they come back and you don't call them al-Hajj or al-Hajj, he or she becomes angry. Don't you know that I've been to Hajj and you call me Fatima? Just so dry like that. Don't call my name so dry like that. Okay, Hajj, Fatima, Hajj, this and so on and so forth. Al-Hajj this. Okay? Or some people even they want to change. Yeah, they want to go and change maybe their passport and put Al-Hajj or Al-Hajj. Go look and swear at the affidavit that now I have got another title. So my name instead of so now I have Al-Hajj, so Al-Hajj. I said no. So I'm not there to get myself to be praised. But it is you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I praise. So in alhamdulillah, wa ni'mata, and all the favors and everything, the bounties and everything, laka, it is belonging to you. You have all that. You are the one who gives. And the kingdom and mulk, the kingdom also belongs to you. It reminds me this one. He said, in their country they say what? Mulku Suleiman. They say they call human beings Mulku Suleiman. I say, what is this? Mulku means kingdom. That's it. Okay? That, so you can say kingdom of King Solomon, okay? Of Solomon. But if you want to call that person as King Solomon, that's Melik. Melik Suleiman. Okay. So here you say that Al-Mulk, the kingdom, dominion, everything belongs to you, O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? وَالنِّعْمَةً لَكَ وَالْمُلْكُ لَا شَرِيكَ لَكَ. Therefore, there is no any partner in anything of these things as far as you are concerned. So I'm just responding to you only to worship you, not to praise myself, not for somebody to praise me, that, oh, I have been to Hajj, or this and that, or I'm not for that. So all the praises and kingdom and everything belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And your intention, this is your intention that you have to say it loud also. Because of all our ibadats, our intentions, we do it secretly. Isn't it? Except that of the Hajj. This is your intention that you are going to declare to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? So whenever you are saying this, the reward you are gaining is enormous. But that does not mean that if you feel tired, doesn't mean that you are not to stop. No, if you feel tired, you can stop. Until you get your energy, especially when you are traveling on the buses, something like that, you become so tired, exhausted, you want to sleep, and mashallah. But alhamdulillah, they have places that you can eat. So the buses, they stop there for how many hours, okay? When you go there, you get something to eat, mashallah. Those who like fish, they have a big fish. You put in the plate with rice and everything, with salad, with bread, mashallah.
You also like lamb?
If you want lamb, also they have it. So you have no problem as far as the food is concerned. They stop there, the drivers, and they buy something to eat, enjoy yourself. You have toilets and everything there. And you have masjid even over there. If it is time for salat, you can go and perform your salat and so forth. So it is something which is very good. Therefore, the talbiyah, you should have it and try to say it all the time, because it helps you, it makes you to focus, make you know the reason why you are there, and that everything is only for Tawheed. That's what you went there for. That's why Ibrahim alayhi salam is known as the father of Tawheed. You don't want to make any shirk. Therefore, he was Hanif. Yes. All right. I think that is all.
Okay, we're going to take a few more questions, then we come to the end of the session. Before I ask my one question, they sent to me. Who has a question? Ask. Anything about a Hajj, ask please. No.
Okay, this Sheikh brother said regarding the Umrah,
Yeah.
you're not going to put on, and you're not supposed to take it off until you finish your Hajj and so on. Does it mean that when you put your Umrah on, that you have to sleep and wake with it or so on?
I love that. Now, my dearest auntie is saying that Sheikh Badi was talking about the Hajj Tamattu' Al-Khas wal-Aam. And he was talking about the Aam. He said, some, when you come, you do Umrah, you put on the Ihram, you make intention for Umrah and Hajj, right? And then you put it on, you will not take it off, yeah? You sleep, you will not take it off. You do your Hajj until you finish your Hajj. So now the auntie wants to know, she said, does it mean that when you put on this Ihram, you're gonna sleep with it? You wake up with it? You move on with it? Because some Ihram, when you see them, hey! It's red that like my village board. Yeah? So the auntie wants to look, and you keep sleeping with this one, you wake up with this one, because the Rahman used to sleep with this one and wake up with it. So he wants to know, she wants to know. And added to that, Sheikh, so you will answer to this one now. A sister was asking as well, she wanted, we are trying to buy stuff. And then she said in her text, for me to ask you, the shoes, what type of a shoe that is allowed for a sister? Can they put on these shoes, normal shoes, allowed? Or they have to have the slippers like the men?
Well, as far as the shoes are concerned, the shoes should not be above your ankle. It has to be under. Okay? And it may depend, they will tell you the type of this and that you can wear, inshallah, when you are having the clips, inshallah, you will see it, how it is and so forth. Okay, inshallah ta'ala. But if you are in any place, especially if you are going for a Jamrah, you are going to throw the stone, or you are coming from Arafat and so forth, and your slippers, somebody steps on your slippers, please make sure that you do not try to go down, unless if you feel that you have enough space with the people and so forth. This is what causes stampedes. Because when the people are coming, they don't see what is in front of them. So when you go down like that, the one who comes here, and it is a matter of pushing. When people are coming, you are pushing and coming. This one comes to step on that comes, and this is what causes some people, may Allah forbid, they end up of losing their lives. Okay, because people will step on them and all kind of these things, just because of a pair of slippers, for example, and you're going to cause this kind of hectic thing. And mashallah, when you go in front there, you see so many slippers over that side. You see them, plenty of them. You put your foot in any one of them, just go. All right, that is one. So they will show you the type of slippers that you can wear also over that side, which is much more easier for you to move around. The the first question was, what was it?
You sleep with your ihram and wake up with it?
Oh, about the ihram. Well, some people will say that, oh, my ihram is so dirty and so forth. But I'm showing you, nobody looks at somebody's ihram. Yes, you see, that side is like Yom Al-Qiyamah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't even look at what this one is wearing or that one is wearing and so forth. You do not look at it at all. Okay? So you should not worry about, oh, my this thing is dirty and so forth, and people are looking at it. Because there is a day that you have to make your tafas. That you take off that clothes and so. Okay? That Allah had made us to do that one. So you sleep in it, you wake up in it, and there is no problem. That's why when you are going to Mina like this, you are not going with a big suitcase. Okay? You are not going there with a big suitcases and so forth. Because that is not somewhere you are going to change your dresses. No. You're not going to change your dresses and so forth. No. The only thing is the day of Hajj, what is called of Eid. The day of the Eid, that is the day you go and then you can change your clothes and so forth, wash yourself, put in that, so forth. But at the same time, you can take a shower. You can take a shower, so forth. MashaAllah, each tent they have showers over there and so forth. You can take a shower, change your clothes and so forth. Inshallah. Okay?
Okay, final. Yes. Yes, sister?
When you're talking about taking a shower, are you going to take off the clothes before you take off the
Yes.
shower because it's like...
Yeah, you know. Yeah, you can't do it without all the clothes. Because otherwise, when you come out there, they say, what happened to Yeah, inshallah.
Because it's like you said, when you take off the clothes or something, you have to make sacrifice, so that's why
No. Except if you change, like, not ihram, like especially for men. But you will come to that anyway. It's saying, he said, because she had someone, he's saying, when you take off your clothes, you have to give sacrifice for that. So, no, not at all. Inshallah. Yeah? The men as well, you can take off your ihram, you take shower, and then tie it again. Alhamdulillah. That's why I like South Africa. They already go lapa. So you better, you know that if you go home here, your wife used to get tie the lapa. You go and get the lapa and start tying. Practice. Yeah. Okay, then the question. Yes. Okay, the sister is asking something very important, but that one we're coming to that anyway. But we'll answer to your question. He said, after you put on the ihram, you made your intention, you put on the ihram, are we allowed roll-on and this stuff, perfume, etc.? We're coming to that. The Sheikh will show you everything, the do's and don'ts of ihram. We're coming to that, inshallah. Yeah? Okay. Yes, sister.
And when you're talking about the taking off ihram for Umrah and Hajj, do you have to put on the same clothes or you can put on a different one?
You can put on a different one. If you have the same one, well, alhamdulillah, you can put it on. It's up to you, inshallah. Now, question? All right. Now, we are coming to the end of the session today. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept it from all of us. So we're here every Saturday, 6:30 prompt, we start. Bi'idhnillahi subhanahu wa ta'ala. Make it a point of duty. And sometimes as well, when you come here, the questions don't come. Maybe you're at home, that's why you keep thinking about them, not them. You need to keep writing them. Shaitan is bad, you know. Keep writing them. And Sheikh mentioned something as well that I was going to mention to other brothers and sisters, especially those who have contacted me, probably contact the Sheikh as well, about the Hajj Badal. If you want someone, to perform Hajj on behalf of your parents or anyone who are unable to do that, we facilitate that. Bi-idhnillah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You contact Sheikh or you contact me, inshallah we'll facilitate that. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easier for you. And I think luckily, we've already got another one more space available for anyone who wants to go. One more space. If you have 4,600 pounds, just pass it over. Say, Sheikh Izu. Oh Lord, good. Just, secret, yeah? So, if you know anyone that has good character, listen. Of course, he's a Muslim, but they have good character. Good character. You never saw them fighting here, slapping that one. You should be their referee. We might admit them, because we don't admit people who don't know their character, or someone, I call it, is a referee or guided them to us that we know is a good person, because some people when they go there, it's the opposite. May Allah save us from that fitna.
Ameen.
Yeah, so inshallah, that's all we have for you today. Keep smiling, continue to smile. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept your Hajj. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make you all return just like the day your mother gave birth to you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala cure those who are ill. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala cure us from all disease, the disease of the heart, physical, emotional, spiritual one, and physical one, Ya Kareem. Keep smiling like Sheikh Musa. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdik. Nashhadu an la ilaha illa ant. Nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.